Okay, hi everybody. So, what does efficient studying look like? So, you know, some people might go to the library and spend 3 hours there, and they will learn as much as another person learns in 1 hour. And the difference is not intelligence or anything like that. I don't even know what that word means really. The difference is just how they are studying. What are they doing, and what are they forcing their brain to do that will make their brain remember longer and give their brain the tools to solve new problems as well. So a lot of what I'm going to tell you I learned from a course called Learning How to Learn by Professor Barbara Oakley. And also I learned a lot of this when I was becoming a certified high school teacher as well. So there's a lot of research on this, and let me just summarize what is the best way to study, in my opinion, based on, research. Okay. So first of all, set a timer. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes. It can be 20. It can be 25. It can also depend on how you're feeling that day. But set a timer. And the purpose of this is put everything away. Mute your cell phone. Put headphones on so that your friends don't talk to you. Have no distractions. And when you set that timer, you are focused. You are focused for the entire timer. Okay, and so that's step one. Then step two is to do this cycle. Watch, pause, quiz yourself until you get stuck, and then watch the solution until you figure it out. Pause, think, and then quiz yourself again. And just repeat. And so the purpose here is quizzing yourself without looking, blank sheet of paper, and try to remember what you just learned. This is active learning. It's telling your brain, when your brain is searching for the next step, searching for how things fit together, you're telling your brain, this is important. Remember this for longer than 5 seconds. Next time. You're telling it, next time, remember this. And so it's really important to sort of switch back and forth as you study. So what might this look like? So, we do have like concept videos and we have solution videos. But some of the solution videos actually teach you concepts. Like the solution video will introduce a word for the first time. That will happen sometimes. And so you might need to actually begin by watching the video, okay? And so on my blank sheet of paper, let's say I'm going to study, I put, October 13, 9:21 p.m. And then I would say, okay, I'm going to watch, and I just draw a line. And I'd go and I just watch. I just watch the let's say I'm working on problem 11. I'm reviewing. I just watch the solution for problem 11. Or maybe it's the first time I'm doing problem 11. I'd watch the solution. And then maybe even before the video's over, maybe halfway, I'll be like, okay, hold on. This is getting a little bit much. Let me see if I can get that far. I've watched maybe this much of the video. Can I remember that much of the solution on my own? So then I'd pause the video and I'd come over here and I'd say, first attempt. And then I would write, I'd have my words, I'd maybe draw some pictures, and I'd have some formulas, and I'd write out some maps, and et cetera, et cetera. And then eventually I'd get stuck. And I would say, okay, I got stuck. I don't know what's going on anymore. So I'm going to write stop, and then I just draw a line. Okay? And, I tried. I tried to figure it out. And now, when I go back and watch, because I made this attempt, there's a much higher chance that when I watch, it's going to make sense. It's going to captivate me. It's going to engage me, and I can rewatch this piece. Even this first piece, I'll just rewatch it and see where I got stuck. Maybe I got stuck there. And maybe I go and then, finally when I figure it out, like, aha. How do you spell aha? Aha. I don't know. And I have that aha moment, and I figure out what I got stuck on. That time, you pause again, and go over here and say second attempt. Okay? And, do not look here. Don't look there. Do not begin where you left off. No. Completely blank. Try again. Draw your pictures. Maybe they're a little bit better this time. The pictures are going to make more sense. Maybe you label them correctly this time. This is maybe, I have no idea what this is. Just making this up. And you do more formulas, and you calculate some things correctly, and you go, and then eventually you get stuck. You got much farther than before. Maybe all this was wrong, and some of this is right. And then when you finally get stuck, you stop. Okay? And then you watch. So then you go back to the solution video, and you try to figure out, where did I get stuck? Or maybe I'm ready to go on, and you watch for a little bit, and then at some point you'll be feeling like, okay, will I remember how to do this next time? It's making sense, but will I remember? And so then you pause the video. And you come back over here, and you try again. You'd say third attempt. This is all the same problem. I'm just repeating the problem. And this time, maybe I get it all the way correct. I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. Wow, I'm doing awesome. All done. Okay? But then you're not actually done, because you might think that you got it correct, but now you got to check. So, check. Is there any difference? You go back to the video. Go all the way to the end where, it's a full set. Is there any difference between the solution and mine? Between the video and mine? Are there any differences? If there are, they might be important. So maybe you email me. You can ask me, and, you think you got it, but you want to make sure. Also, what you could do is just try to figure it out yourself. Look at that little tiny difference in the video compared to yours, and see, can you figure out why they're different? And is it okay that they're different? Okay? And then you just repeat this. Then finally your timer will go off. Ding, ding, ding. And at that point, it's very, very important to take a break. Stand up. Walk around, get a snack. Maybe chat with somebody. Maybe just zone out for a little bit. Take a walk outside. Something to get your brain in sort of a flowing, relaxed mode, where your brain is now sort of opening up for new ideas, and it's just relaxing. And I guess this is my relaxing curve that I'm drawing, but you need this break to just sort of zone out. And, don't make it an hour, but make it 5 minutes. 5 minutes, maybe, 8 minutes, whatever. And then repeat. Set another timer. So in order to understand calculus, it will take several of these every day. several timers, 30 minutes of doing this, 30 minutes of doing this over and over again. And, start from the beginning problems if that's where you need to be, because if you really learn the beginning problems this well, if you learn them this well, then the future problems will be easier. Everything will be easier because the problems are in an order for very, very precise reasons. And it's really important to know the previous problems before moving on. Okay? Yeah. So this is basically it. This is, a simple way. The main ideas are a timer with breaks, and this constant moving between the passive watching and the active solving. Your active brain is where you just have a blank sheet of paper in front of you and you're like, what do I do now? And then the passive will make a lot more impact if you had first done your own attempt at the solution first, before then watching it again. And so sometimes this would be called the focused mode for your brain, and then the breaks are sort of called diffuse mode. And your brain needs them both. You need this diffuse mode, which is also occurring during sleep, which is also why it's important to do this every day. You have to do this every day. Even if it's just one session, if you can just find time for one session, that is so much better, because during sleep, your brain will remember things. And so, in reality, every day you should try to do 4 sessions. That's 2 hours, broken up into 4 30-minute chunks. And in my opinion, you will quickly be on your way to getting, 100% scores. So, yeah, this is my little primer on what is efficient studying. Okay? Notice these attempts, attempt. And notice also, this is probably all wrong. This part is all wrong. Only here is it right. And even then, we have to check. Is it fully 100% correct? Does it match the video? If it doesn't, is it still correct? And so all these things are important to make sure that you can get 100% of this this multi-dimensional, multi-variable calculus. Okay. Thanks, everybody.